What? What does that mean? It's not tripping, is it?
Don't worry again. Just carrying on with this job here. Trying and finish. Trying to put up a carbon monoxide detector in this utility room where the gas boiler is. So I thought I'd be able to pick it up from that light there. But all you've got in there is switch line and neutral. That flex there. So obviously that's telling you that the connections is above. So I cut it. I could feel this cable here. It was going that way, so I thought, let me cut, see if I can find it. So I found it, and that's what I found here. If you can see that old ceiling row, that's where that cable's connected. And then what happened was, obviously, that was, I think, the original ceiling or something, and they got the flex there, so they just brought it down to here, to there. So for me to get my live in neutral for the carbon monoxide, I need to get to those connections there. See, and they all clipped along that joist and go into that connection. Oh my days. So might have to do a bit more damage here to this ceiling. Might have to do a bit more cutting. Anyway, I'll see how I can get over it. So I've managed to take the cover off, but look at them connections. See that connection? Not that clever, is it? There's nothing I can do. I'm going to have to cut more of this ceiling to get to that connection to do something with it. Right, look, this is what I've got. That's it there. That's my neutral, that's my feed. The other one's a switch line. Now, it's connected to a fluorescent fitting. And the funny thing about it is, someone just done a EICR here, and he had 2 code 3s on it, which that's all. It said everything was fine. But whenever I do EICR, I either look inside here to see if it's earth, or I run a wonder lead to check that the fluorescent fitting or any metal fitting, I always check whether they're earthed. So this here is old wiring, there's no earth. And this wasn't even connected properly, and you can see the person who done it cut the earth off. See that? So this is not earthed. So I can't reconnect that. I'll have to tell the client. She probably won't understand, but I say, look, it's unsafe if I leave it as it is, so I can't really connect it back. Because all I'm going to do is put a junction box here, connect this, and over there to my smoke detector, because that don't need an earth. So as far as I know, it's all plastic in it, so it wouldn't need an earth. Anyway, they just provide an earth terminal called most people use twin and earth, so you connect the earth in there. So I just thought I'd show you that. All right, well, there's the boiler base for the carbon monoxide. Because what I said to the client, she was talking about, do you need to rewire it? I said, well, what you can do is just put a plastic fitting that doesn't require an earth. Get a fitting, she said, to get a fitting and put it there, okay? So I've left that there ready to do the connection down to the thing. And when I, like the light I was doing in the kitchen, it had five cables. So what I usually do is write on them. So if you come along, you're doing fault finding, you know which one. That's my carbon monoxide detector. There's the boiler there. Right, now, this is in the little utility room, yeah? See the washing machine there. But when I tested the rest of them, because I had to go around, press a little thing to radio link them, and that you have to do it within half an hour or something. There's 4 of them. One here, a smoke detector on the ground floor, a smoke detector on the top floor, okay? I went round, linked them all, and then tested them by pressing the button in the middle. Apparently that's all you need to do. And you press it for about 10-15 seconds, then it starts beeping, then all of them come on. big racket in the house, okay? Done it to all the other three. They all come on, and then when I released, they stayed on for a few seconds and then went off. This one, when I pressed this one, it made a noise and it brought all the others on, but it lasted for longer. The noise went on for quite a while. I think I've sorted the two-way business. I think there's a loose connection at the one by the door. So here you go. Off. I'm going to turn these one off so you can see that upstairs one comes on. So, oh, shut. Right, see, it's going on and off. And hopefully you can see it going on and off from this one. Yep. So there you go. You know, yeah, that's it. What I need now is a class 2 fitting for downstairs in the utility room, and then that's me done. I've got to do a bit of testing. Yeah, there was a bit of a problem because the outside socket, when I tested it, the ZS was 2 point something, which is far too high. But when you look at the condition report, it was about 0. For that circuit, it said 0.4 something, which sounds about right. But yeah, but my regular tester is back at Mega because something went wrong with it. And it's been there for over 10 days now, and I haven't got it back yet. I'm using that old, I forgot what this one's called, but it's the old one. I had to get it from Mali. But I don't trust that one, to be honest. But it tested the other circuits okay, because I've done a loop test on these two sockets, and that was fine. So I've got a feeling that one out there is, the reading's not too good, but it is protected by RCD. Because when I was at college, I was told if you got bad earth, fit an RCD. But you do really want to have a good earth, don't you? So anyway, I'll sort that out and let you know. Right, so I've completed it. Well, yeah, finished almost. That was the last task, putting that fitting up. I can't do proper testing because I'm using my old test and I don't trust it. It's tested the ZS on upstairs sockets and the kitchen sockets fine. Yeah. So, but the ground floor sockets, which the outside weatherproof socket is connected to, I'm getting 210 for the 210 ohms for the ZS, and that's way over. And I just want to wait till I get my proper tester back and come back and test it. I still think there's something wrong on that circuit because I checked the inside one and that was 182. And I tested the one on the other side where I had to put an extension box on. That was 0.24. But that is the kitchen, that's part of the kitchen ring. It didn't trip the RCD when I'd done the RCD test. So I think something's wrong with that side of the socket. It's not my fault because I didn't do the EICR, but the guy didn't mention it on the EICR. So I want to confirm it. I mean, he didn't mention about the metal fitting that wasn't earth. And he hasn't mentioned that connecting this. So he probably maybe have missed some stuff, I don't know. I'll verify it when I get my tester. Hi guys, Delroy the Spark here again. I'm back on that job, still on that job. I've had quite a few problems on this job. Final job yesterday was to put up the lighting in the light fitting in the laundry room, where there's no earth at the light, so it had to be a class 2 fitting. Got one of those, put it up, and then when I come out the house, I have to walk up, it's sort of basement flat, so when I've got to walk up this ramp, so every time I was sort of taking my tools and equipment back onto the van, every time I pass the window of the laundry, I see this flashing. So I wonder what's all that. Anyway, when I got all my stuff, I went in there and checked, and it was the light flashing on and off. So I switched the light on, it came off, switched it came on, switched it off, it went off, but then it started flashing on and off. So anyway, this morning, phoned up the wholesaler and I phoned up the lighting engineer, and he said to me, the problem there is probably picking up some sort of voltage down the neutral, and because this LED is causing it to go off on and off. If it's just an ordinary lamp, it won't go off, because remember, it had one of those old fluorescent fittings in there, really old ones. It wasn't even the ones where you turn the tube. It was them ones where you just put the 2 pins in and then you have to pull the thing off to get them out. So it was well old. So that was working fine. But new LED, he said there's some sort of voltage coming down the neutral. So he said to fit if I fit this 4 microfarad capacitor, that should stop it. So I've never done that before. So anyway, when I spoke to my wholesaler, they said they didn't have one. Eventually, when I went up there, they found this one. So I'm going to fit this across the switch line and the neutral in the fitting and see if that stops it. If not, I brought another fitting with me, which is this is one of those baton holders with I don't want to take it out. It's a baton holder with one of those globes that you screw on. Because I was just going to fit an ordinary baton holder, because the laundry room is off the bathroom, but it's in a separate room to the shower room, so I don't think it has to be an enclosed fitting. But I'm going to try with this capacitor, and hopefully it worked. And anyway, I'm going to stop going on, go in there, fit this thing, and see if it works, and hopefully show you. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye. There you are, guys. That's the problem. Look, see that keeps flashing. Yep. So I'm gonna attempt to put this 4 microfarad capacitor in and see if that solves the problem. See what happens now. Oops, that back on. See what happens. Flashed. Still flashing. That's not good. That is not good. They said it could be a dodgy driver, which, to be honest, I doubt it, because I fitted this thing, it doesn't work. So I'm gonna. And another thing, what I found out is, it looks like this fitting is just done by itself. It says at the fuse board, it says utility room light. I thought that light over there, that one over there, would have been on it as well, but it's not, because the circuit's off now and that light's still on. So it seems like it's just got the one light on it, which I don't think it's no switch. I don't think it's a dodgy driver. I think it's the wiring. Something's wrong. The neutral's picking up a voltage from somewhere. I wonder if it's at the fuse board, they put it on the wrong side or something. I don't know, but yeah. It's just strange that you've got this one light on its own circuit. But these are the things you have to go through as a Sparky. All I've done is just change a simple light. Now I've got to do all this to... Okay. There, it's on. Off. Not flashing, which is what I expected. Didn't expect it to flash. On. Nope. Nope. Solid. It's good. Yep, so as you guys can see, it's nothing to do with no faulty driver. Okay. Right, okay, I'm going to show you guys something. that's the MCB there, right? And if you look at that cable there, see that? That looks like that's not even, I don't even think that's 1.5. That's probably 2.5, but at the light, it's 1 mil. So that goes somewhere else first before it goes to the light. So there's something else on this circuit, and probably that's what's causing the problem. So I'm not here to do fault finding. I'm just here. I've found that fault, trying to correct it for the person. It's giving me all this headache. Well, there's the fitting, the new fitting. I've got a dome to go on that. It's off and it's not flashing because that's right. It's on. Turn it off, not flashing because it's not an LED lamp. Somehow there's some sort of neutral being picked. Voltage just going down in neutral, and with an LED, it caused the LED to flash, picks it up. So that's the option out of it. So that's done. There you go, dome on. Okay. Switch it off. No flash. See, that's the sort of aggravation you can have. As a responsible electrician, I've seen a metal fitting with no earth. I'm telling the client, can't switch it, can't put it back on. But the way to come over it is fit a fitting that doesn't require an earth. You do that, and as far as some people are concerned, it was working before, so why is it not working now? But what can you do? Anyway. Well, I'm on my way, but I'm not finished on that job yet because I still got to go back and do the testing when I get my tester back. But apparently I was speaking to the wholesalers this morning because it should have been back by now, and they said that it looks like the people doing the repair have lost the tester. They've lost it or mislaid it or whatever. So I think by tomorrow, if they haven't found it, I think they'll give me another one. We'll see anyway. But I need it because I don't like carrying out doing testing without the new test. I don't trust that old Mega that I had before. That's why I got a new one. Anyway, hopefully get it back, get it sorted, and I can get on with my work properly. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Right, that's the first socket in. Ground floor socket. See what it says. What? What does that mean? What's that reading mean? What does that mean? Four homes. What? Mate, I'm baffled. I don't know what that means. I've never seen that before. What the? Okay, that. Okay. Right. Let's check another socket. Right, 0.25. That's good. That's on the same circuit. That's good. Same circuit. Same circuit. Right, now for the test outside. Right. See what we're gonna get here. Okay. It's all good. Nothing. It's no earth there. That's not working. So I'm gonna just try the RCD trip. Just warn the client first. Okay, so I'm gonna try the RCD trip, see what happens. Right, okay. 30 milliamps. Well, something's wrong. It's not tripping, is it? Nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. If I put it on ×1 just to see, right? No. See that all that reading that you got in there, mate. I've never come across this. Never had this before. Oh my days. So this can't be used, but none of this is highlighted on his test certificate. Oh my. See, I would have come along and checked before I installed anything, but because it's the ICR, only had 2 code 3s on it, nothing to do with this, I just took it for granted. Oh my days. Right, well, the readings on that I couldn't understand because I've never had them sort of readings before. But there's obviously a problem on that part of that circuit, earthing wise, because it wouldn't trip the RCD, and I wasn't getting a good reading. And with my old Mega, I think it's a 1548 or something, I can't remember the code for it, but when I used that, it actually gave me a reading. It gave me 1.82 for the socket inside and 2.10 for the socket outside, which is way over anyway. But this one didn't. The reading that it gave, no, it wasn't not a proper reading. So there's obviously a problem there, and they both machines couldn't trip the RCD. So there is a problem there. And on the EICR, I would usually test before I do that, but because she just had the EICR done, and the EICR, there was only 2 things in the comments part, and it was code 3. It said code 3 fuse board needs updating, which to me, code 3 means it doesn't comply. It doesn't mean that it needs updating. And it said code 3, some lights are not fire rated, but the ones that I checked were fire rated. And I don't think that those lights were checked, because for me to get the light down, I had to do slight damage to the ceiling. And all the lights that I looked at, they were all perfect, like they'd never been out. So, but that's besides the point. Maybe he did. Maybe he was able to get it out without doing any damage. But I looked at a few of them, and they were fire rated. So that's that. And he did miss the metal fitting, that wasn't earthed, and that connection that was taped up. That, because like I said, when you look on the search, she had it on her computer, only 2 faults, and they're both code 3s. And code 3s are something that doesn't comply. The fuse board had holes in the top, but there was no mention of that. Anyway, doesn't matter. What I'll have to do, I'll look into that and see the best solution. Because what I was thinking is, if you change those sockets, the one inside, the one outside, and the spur to RCD sockets, would that help? Because when I was at college, they said if you've got bad earthing, put an RCD in, and it will help. And that's a good way of getting over a bad if your earthing's not that good. But I put the socket and C into the socket, and it just came up 2 green dots like it was perfect. Because if there's a fault, it usually shows you on a socket and C. You'd get a red light and a green light or something like that. But I don't trust socket and C for that sort of stuff anyway. I always used my Mega. But what I'll do, I'll look into it, and I'll find the best solution, let the lady know, and let you guys know. You guys probably know anyway. Anyway, thanks. Bye. Thanks for watching.